I can't sit in my spot. There are cats there. I guess they got there first or something. I don't know. Hi everyone. This week's episode is Dead Man's Shoes, which is a unique episode in that it is the only one that gets remade twice. It gets remade in 1985 as Dead Woman's Shoes, and then in 2002 as Dead Man's Eyes. It also gets featured in a very early Treehouse of Terror, maybe even the first one. Not sure. Simpsons Halloween episodes anyway. But then it's a Dead Man's Toupee. So, this episode, it does have some really cool stuff going on. And so there's a stock sound when Dean gets dumped out of the car. And I think they actually use it again as they dump the second Dane out of the car. You hear that quite a lot in productions of this type. We're in 1962 now, by the way, which is pretty cool. So this bit of projecting acting when he changes his walk, that caught my eye. It was really quite nice. And they also have these sound cues to denote that there's a gangster around. It has a certain riff that comes back over and over that sort of tells you that there's a gangster, right? Joan Marshall, who plays the dame in the apartment, she gets on Star Trek, which is pretty cool, and does one episode. Whereas Ben Wright, who plays in the club, he did he was one of the Nazis, famous Nazi in the Sound of Music, but he also did a bunch of alien voices and also turns up on camera in The Outer Limits, which I have in my cupboard over there, and I will get to. The grind is real. It's gonna take a few years for me to get back to Ben. My sort of, I like the setup for this episode, how the shoes impart personality and memory, and when he takes them off, he sort of is discombobulated until he puts them back on and stuff like that. What I don't like is that they return to the exact same spot to dump the body. First of all, they wouldn't do that because that's pretty dumb. You would get spotted and stuff like that. But also because that would have happened earlier that night. The body isn't there, which means someone has found it. I'm guessing the police. It would have been an active crime scene. They could have just shot it on the opposite side of that alley on the back lot, and it wouldn't have, it wouldn't have been here nor there, but at least it would have not broken that part of the immersion. Next week is The Hunt, which is about a man and his dog. And whereas I have, cats. And I hope to see you then. Take care now. Bye.